Okay, hey guys. So my phone was acting crazy, so I couldn't upload or go live. So now I am on again. So hey guys, come on in, come on in. My goal is to go live more, talk to you guys about the stuff that I do, but also help you guys to put yourself in position. Hey guys, let me know where you guys are coming in from. Let me know where you guys are coming in from and if you guys have joined the app. Okay, so I have an app and it's called the School of Money and Wealth, and we're focusing on everything money, everything wealth, everything that we didn't learn in school, right? So you can come to my channel and get the knowledge that we did not learn in school, right? And it was a reason that money was not taught in school because money is power, right? Money is power. Hey, Diane. Hey, baby. How are you? So money is power. And when you have money, you're powerful, right? And when you guys come in, let me know where you guys are coming in from. Share this with the last 5 people that you text. And I'm never before you long, 10, 15 minutes. And every week I have a topic. So last week we focused on savings, right? This year this week we're focusing on stewardship. Okay, we're focusing on stewardship, okay? And how do we steward our money, right? So we didn't learn anything in school about money. We didn't learn anything in school about finance. We didn't learn anything in school on, how to get ahead. Simple, right? We didn't learn the things that we needed to learn so that we can get ahead, so that we can be better, so that we can be better stewards, of our money, so we can give, money, away, right? So we didn't learn these things. So we grew up, right? We grew up just learning how to be good, right? At getting a job, at listening to the teacher, at listening to our parents, going to work, getting to work on time, right? So we mastered that, right? All of us mastered that, right? Getting up, going to work, making sure we go to work so we can get the money, come back home, take care of the kids, take care of the bills, and then do it all over again, right? So we didn't learn anything, right? And I teach in the schools also too. So you guys know I have the ABCs of Wealth Building book. So if you guys don't have it, make sure you guys get it for your children, your grandchildren, godchildren, children in your neighborhood, children in your schools. Every child can benefit, guys, from understanding money. You're never too young to learn, right? You're never too young to learn, right? So don't think, oh, my kids are 1 years old. That's what they need to be learning, especially if you got an iPad in their face or if you got a cell phone in their face on YouTube, they can start learning about wealth building, friends. Here's what I've learned also too over the 13 years, right? Is that wealthy people start teaching their kids about wealth soon as they come out to the world. Like soon as they come out, right? And then they start setting them up to be in position, right? Soon as they come into the world, right? They already got life insurance policies for them 15 days old soon as they come out, right? They already got stock portfolios already set up for them, right? So we have to adopt those things, right? And I don't care if you got 5 kids, 10 kids, it don't matter, right? You can start setting up custodial accounts for your children. It only takes $10,000 to be in an account and leave it for 20 years or 18 years for your kids to literally have $1 million that can pay them $100,000 a year. That's the numbers, right? It only takes 18 years, 10,000, and just let 18 years, let it compound, right? And then now they have $1 million portfolio when they're 21 years old, and that's paying them $100,000 a year for life. That's one of the wealth hacks, right? That is one of the wealth hacks. Hey guys, let me know if you guys are coming in from. Share this with people, that the last 5 people that you text, right? So again, money wasn't taught, guys, because money allows us to have power, right? A lot of people are unfortunately working. They're trying to figure out what's their next move. People out here scamming. because they don't know what to do, about their money. So one thing I've learned is, well, another thing I learned, right, is stewardship, right? How do we take care of our money, right? How do we take care of our money? Okay? How do we take care of our money, right? How do we save our money? How do we invest our money? How do we spend our money? How do we share our money? How do we tithe our money? Right? We got to know all of these things, right? And then there's levels to financial literacy, right? You got to know about credit. You got to know about credit cards. You got to know about interest. You got to know about interest rates. You got to know about inflation. You got to know about bank accounts. You got to know about business credit. You got to understand loans. Like, it's so many things that we need to know on financial literacy. But I just like to focus on the basics, because once we understand the basics of stewardship, it piques our curiosity, right? And now we're like, okay, well, I need to save. Well, how can I go save, right? So now you're going to go do your research, right? Now I need an emergency fund, right? Because we already know life always be lifing. And if you're an adult and you've been living and you got kids, you know something always comes up. And if you don't have an emergency fund, then what are you doing? Right? And you need money to save. You need savings, friends, right? You need to save money, right? Need to save money every single month. So when you need the money can save you, right? That's like a whole thing, right? You save money now. So when you need money in the future, money can save you, right? But then you also have an emergency fund, right? Emergency fund can be anything from $1,000 to $10,000. Right? Anything from $1,000 to $10,000, and that's strictly for emergencies. The house burned down, the car breaks down, the kids, something happened, with the kids, anything. Anything that's considered an emergency, right? We need that money, right? Here's my philosophy. I want to have money every day, every week, every hour, every second, every month, every year, every quarter, every whatever. I want to have money, right? Because I don't want to feel like I don't have enough. Money is a relationship, right? You got to have a relationship with money, right? You got to have a relationship with money, right? And if you don't have a relationship with money, what happens is money just flows away from you. Okay, now this is the law of attraction, or the law of the universe, right? If you don't have a relationship with something, right? If you don't have a relationship with your mom, your dad, or anybody, right? You're not going to want to be around them. You're not going to be around them. You're not going to see them. You're going to avoid them. With someone, you're around them all the time. You want to be around them. You can't wait to see them. Right? So it's kind of the same thing with money. You got to build a relationship with money. How do I feel about money? How do I feel about money? What is my relationship with money? Is it just work? Is it just work? Okay? And then come home, pay bills, and that's it? And then now you have this negative relationship with money because now you can't seem to figure it out, right? Or is money coming to you easily and frequently? Are you putting yourself in position so money can constantly come to you? I learned that being an entrepreneur. I didn't learn that in school. I didn't learn that from my parents, right? I come from middle class. Everybody got college degrees. Everybody got professional jobs, but then everybody's broke. Everybody robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's like, well, how do y'all got all these degrees? Everybody going to work, people making six figures, and y'all broke. We got to build a relationship, guys, with money, right? I do an exercise, right? And let's just say you have a bunch of cash, or you're just looking at your bank account, right? You just basically say, my money is multiplying. My money is multiplying. Multiply, multiply, multiply. My money is multiplying, but it's not enough just to say it. You actually got to be doing things so your money can multiply. And one of the things, hey guys, make sure you guys share this with at least the last five people that you text. Okay, share this with at least the last five people that you text. Okay, we have to understand one thing, right? We have to understand, guys, we need money from the day we're born to the day we die and every day in between. We need money. So it would be in our best interest to have a relationship with something that we need every single day. Right? But of course, school didn't teach us this because money gives us power, money gives us options. Right? And I want to be able to have options. Right? I was speaking to a young lady yesterday. And she was like, "Oh, I saw you on your Facebook and you was out the country." I said, "Sis, I try to go out the country every chance that I get." Every chance that I get, I'm trying to get out of America. Okay. But I also have to have money for that, right? You can't just go out the country, right? You got to have money for that, right? And now, right, that I'm putting myself in position. When I hear about something or my friends is doing something or I just want to do something, guess what? I have the money to be able to do it. Right? And this is what I've been preaching for years. Put yourself in position, friends, to win. Put yourself in position to have money. Put yourself in position to always have money. Put yourself in position to keep getting money. That's why multiple streams of income is so key. Right? Having you a job is fine. Having you a business is fine. Having you investments is fine. Having you some stocks and bonds is fine. These things is what we need. Right? So again, we can't keep hoping and praying and wishing to hit the lottery. Right? We can't keep hoping and praying and wishing that God is going to drop a bag of money. We can't keep hoping and praying and wishing that the bank deposits $100,000 in our bank account. No, we got to start putting ourselves in position. Right? We got to put ourselves in position. Right? So my book is a part of my legacy, and my daughter, because she's 16. Right? And now I'm putting me and her in position to win. Right? Who doesn't want to win? Who doesn't want their kids to win? Who doesn't want their family to win? Right? So we got to put ourselves in position, right? So stewarding our money, guys, is knowing how to save. Now, if you're not in the School of Money and Wealth, there's an app. Okay, there's an app you can join, and we have a PDF that you guys can download. I show you exactly what you need to start focusing on, right? Because wealth is our birthright. Not being broke is not our birthright. Building wealth, the Bible talks about. And what's so funny is that there's so many people who believe in God, but they don't believe in wealth building. They don't believe in leaving a legacy. They don't believe in leaving, money or wealth for their children. So I start to question, like, what God do you serve? What God, are you looking at, right? Because God talks about that in the Bible. It has over 2,000 scriptures on money, success, and wealth building. Right? So we got to put ourselves, friends, in a position. So savings in a high yield savings account, where now if you saving $100 a month, your $100 a month at least is making some money. Then you have an emergency fund. Okay? Your emergency fund, right, also is in a high yield savings account. Okay? So that money can make money too, right? That makes sense, right? Then we got to understand budgeting, right? How am I budgeting my money, right? Where is my money going? What's coming in? I know people making $30, $40, $50,000 a month and broke. Like what? How are you broke, right? Because they're spending more than they make. They make 40, but they spending 50. Or they're making 5,000 and they spending 8,000, right? So every month you're in a hole. Right? So we got to start budgeting and becoming our own financial advisors. And I have a program for you guys to learn how to become your own financial advisor, where you're learning how to budget, you're learning how to save, you're learning, how, to invest, you're learning how, to build cash flow, right? You're learning how to get out of debt, right? Again, these are the things we did not learn in school, right? And there was a reason that we did not learn these things, because money gives us options, money gives us power, right? And if we want to win, we need money, right? Our looks only gets us so far, right? Our charisma only gets us so far, right? We need money every day. And then passive income, right? How are you getting money without working, right? If every dollar that you work for, if every dollar that you have, you had to work for, you will never achieve any type of freedom. If every dollar that you had to work for, okay, every dollar, that means every dollar in your bank account, every dollar in your piggy bank, every dollar under your mattress, you had to work hard for, you will never achieve any type of freedom. I don't care if you retire and get on Social Security. You had to work for that too, right? So we got to get into the biblical things about money. And money's really spiritual, guys. Start building your relationship with money. Start investing in yourself. Start saving money. Stop spending every dollar you get, every dime you get, every penny you get. I teach my kids this, right? My daughter's 16, right? Don't spend all of your money, because this is exactly how you're going to be broke. My oldest daughter, she's 23. Don't spend all of your money. This is exactly how you go broke. You don't need all the new shoes, all the new bags, all the new belts, all the new jeans, all the new sneakers. You don't need all that, right? Because all that's garbage and junk anyway. People do that so they can feel good about themselves. Meanwhile, millionaires and billionaires is wearing Skippies. They're wearing Amazon shoes. Okay? So, stewarding your money is knowing how to save your money, how to invest your money, how to have emergency funds in case you need money, and how to have passive income, right? And in my app, again, I have a PDF that you guys can download so you can start focusing on building wealth and building up yourself. And literally on the verge of committing suicide because they don't have enough money, or they not where they want to be. People are 50 and 60 years old reflecting right now and like, damn, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I want to go. But you know what? We can change that. You can start doing that today. But you need to be around people that are motivating. You need to be around people who win it. You need to be around people that got the right positive mindset. Right? So my group is like, I don't know, like 20, 30,000 of us, in the group, and we all focused on financial literacy, right? We're focused on budgeting. We're focused on building our businesses. We're focused on getting money, right, from the bank, right? It's another hack. That's a whole nother live, right? Where we get money from the bank, whether it's through a business loan or a personal loan or a personal line of credit or a business line of credit, right? We getting money. Simple. Like, there's money everywhere. They're printing billions of dollars a day. Like, everywhere, right? So if you're not in the app, it's called the School of Money and Wealth. Okay, I'll put it in the description. You guys can join. It's free. You can download the app. You can download the PDF. I have some lessons also in there that you guys can start going through. If you don't have a high yield savings and checking account, you can download the app inside of the app and download the high yield checking and savings account. That you have a bank. You have your own bank now. It's also a brokerage account. It also helps you monitor your credit. They got life insurance inside of it. It's so many things. Okay. But if you don't get started, you're never going to know, right? If you don't get started, you will never know. Okay. So it's Winning Wednesday. I got some things planned. I have my event coming up, which is in December. So if you are an entrepreneur and you sell products and services and you want to showcase your products and services, it's going to be in New York. So I'm going to start running ads, for that. Also, too, I'm planning for my women's event, which is next year. We're going to focus on domestic violence. So the way that I give back is through my events, right? I get sponsors, people sponsor stuff, and I put on a whole event, right? I have a team that helps me put on a whole event, and we get about 2, 3, 4, 500 people to be able to come to our events, come eat, come feel good, come, chill, come support Black businesses, come make some money, right? So if you guys are not following me at Coach Tanisha Marie on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, and then my event page is called Dope Pop-Up Events. Okay, so you can sign up to be a vendor. You can sign up just to come. We're going to have Santa Claus there. I'm partnering with the schools. So the school communities, I will be coming out, as well. So these are some of the things that I just do, guys. I love to do, right? On top of, providing value to you guys, on top of being a wife, on top of being a mom, on top of being a daughter, a granddaughter, a friend. Like I wear many hats, right? But one hat I have is I am a child of God, right? And God, right, He gives me, right, the power, right? God gives me the go ahead to be able to do the things that I'm doing because guess what, friends? It's not enough people doing enough productive things in the world, right? So you need to be one. You need to get started on writing your book. You need to get started on starting your business. You need to get started on getting your credit right. You need to get started on fixing your mindset. And the time is now, friends. The time is now. We only got like 3.5 months left in 2025. 3.5 months. 3.5 months left in 2025, right? What are you going to do now that's going to set yourself up for later? You don't get rich in your 50s by working a job. You don't get rich in your 60s by working a job, right? You start in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s, right? By having a business, having the right mindset so that you can start, right, your business, and then right as the years goes on, right, you start to build that up, you start to build yourself up, and then now guess what, you're putting yourself, your children, your family, your friends in position to win, right? So this your girl, Coach Tanisha, guys. Again, if you don't have the book, it's on Amazon. You guys can get it. If not, you can go on my website and get a signed copy from me and my daughter. And you can start talking to your children about building wealth. It's a conversation starter. If your parents didn't talk to you about money and wealth, if your grandparents didn't talk to you about money and wealth, you need to be the one to start talking to your children about wealth. Again, wealthy people talk to their kids about building wealth soon as they hit the world. They start building wealth for them soon as they hit the world, right? And this is how the wealth continues. Same thing with poverty. If you teaching your kids to be in poverty, guess what? Guess what? Your kids are going to be in poverty. And this is how the poverty cycle continues year after year after year after year. Somebody has to change it. So it's your girl. I'll see you guys on the next live. Peace.